Hey folks, I guess I'd start off my channel with something a little different. So today I'm going to be doing an unhaul. As you can probably tell from the mess, my office is being used as storage. So this is filmed on my camera phone before I get everything set up. We're getting some work done on the house, so everything has to go somewhere. But yeah. Sorry in advance for the shakiness. This pile is in 3 different sections: comics, fiction, and non-fiction. First book we have up is Hyperbole and a Half by Ali Brosh. It was quite good. I enjoyed it. Then Solutions and Other Problems, also by Ali Brosh. I'm making some space on my comic shelf, which I'll show you when I can actually get back into it. They have The Alphabet of the Human Heart, A to Z of Life by Matthew Johnson and James Kerr, which is a double-sided book showing you the upsides and the downsides. Futurama Simpsons Crossover Crisis, Matt Groening. And that's all the comics that I have so far. Well, they're getting cleared out anyway. Next up we have the fiction books. First up we have Starship Titanic, Douglas Adams' Starship Titanic, a novel by Terry Jones. This was quite weird, but good. I like a weird book. The Upside of Unrequited by Becky Albertalli. I went through a phase of collecting every Becky Albertalli book I could get my hands on, but this one didn't really stick with me too well. The Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime by Mark Haddon. Another good book, but I've read it, you only read it so many times. After Alice by Gregory Maguire, which is about Alice's friend, I've forgotten her name. Ada. Alice's friend Ada. That's how memorable that book was. Nah, just kidding. It was a good one. The Sun is Also a Star by Nicola Yoon. And Everything Everything, also by Nicola Yoon. The movies to them were good, but the books were definitely better. And The World of Normal Boys. This is a interesting novel, I'll put it that way. Won the Lambda Literary Award. I can't speak today. Just all nerves, I guess. It's my first video, so please be kind in the comments. Splatterpunk's Not Dead, an anthology from the creator of the Splatterpunk scene. This was a lot tamer than I thought it was going to be for extreme horror. And then last up in the fiction secretary, we have Carmilla by J. Sheridan Le Fanu. I'm not going to lie, this one I've heard a lot of people really love, but didn't really do anything for me. I know it's like one of the earlier vampire stories, but I'm not really a fan. But I love vampire stories. Last section we have up is non-fiction books. First up we have Brian Cox and Jeff Forshaw's The Quantum Universe, Everything That Can Happen Does Happen. Then A Brief History of Time by Stephen Hawking. I don't know if you remember these Magic Eye books. I've had this one since I was a kid. It's like you squint and you can see different pictures. Next up we have Queer, A Graphic History by Meg John Barker and Jules Shiel. And then Gender, A Graphic Guide, also by Meg John Barker and Jules Shiel. This one's an interesting book, or it was interesting, but the author's not a very nice person. So I'm deciding to unhaul more than 2. Next up we have The Tao of Pooh, Principles of Taoism, demonstrated by Winnie the Pooh. I was recommended this one when I went to get my tarot cards read a long time ago. It was a strange book, but good nonetheless. I prefer your though. Another book by Brian Cox and Jeff Forshaw by Does E equal MC squared and Why Should We Care? Gospel of the Living Dead by Kim Pathenroth. George Romero's Visions of Hell on Earth. This is more of an essay rather than book. Well, I suppose an essay could be a book. I'll stop rambling. But yeah, once you've read it, you've kind of read it, if you know what I mean. So that one's getting unhauled. And then last up, we have Skills Training Manual for Treating Borderline Personality Disorder by Marsha M. Lynham. Yes, that's all the books I'm unhauling today. Thanks for sticking around. Like and subscribe if you want to. Please be nice in the comments. It's my first video. Cheers. Bye.